my god, this is so weird. Like, I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. You guys probably like, this freaking nut job. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Or if this is your first time stopping by, hi, my name's Julia. Nice to meet you. Thanks for clicking on. And if you're one of my OG subscribers, I'm giving you a hug. Welcome back. If you're not part of my YouTube fam, please hit that subscribe button. Just pause the video, scroll down a little bit, and hit that button. I'd love for you to become a permanent part of my family here. And also, even if you are subscribed, and of course if you want to be, click that little bell button and you will become a part of my notification squad, which means that every time I upload a video, you'll get notified, because I know so many YouTubers say this and like it's probably annoying to you guys because probably a majority of you guys don't make YouTube videos and you just watch them for entertainment purposes. But it really is frustrating as a YouTuber when YouTube's algorithms change and people are not seeing that you're uploading. Again, I know like unless if you make YouTube videos, you're probably just like, whatever, but it does make a big difference for us and it really helps us out. So yeah, anyways, you came here for the spooky story, paranormal. Okay, first off, this video is mainly about a really just, I don't even know how to describe it, but a really evil dream that I had. And normally I don't like making videos on scary dreams because I'm like, I don't know, me personally, I like watching paranormal videos of experiences. Like, dreams are obviously not real, you know what I mean? But I wanted to share this with you guys because I wanted to just talk about the paranormal side to scary dreams. Anyways, we'll get into the dream in a minute, but basically, I know a lot of you guys lately have been asking like more paranormal stories, like why don't you do your paranormal stories anymore? Which I'll link my paranormal playlist down below in case you want to binge watch after this. But honestly guys, I have really not had anything scary or ghostly happening in a long time. I've had a lot of more, I would say, spiritual experiences, good experiences, more kind of psychic type experiences, which I've talked about. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll know all about them. Also, currently right now I am pregnant. I'm trying to get some videos pre-filmed because my little girl Penelope, she's due in like 2 weeks. So I'm trying to get some videos pre-recorded, that way after she's born, I won't have to worry about filming. So I don't know when at this point you're seeing this. Maybe by the time you're seeing this, I might have already had her. I'll leave my Instagram handle below right here, and then also a link for you to click on in the description box. That's kind of how you'll be able to more upkeep in real time what's going on in my life. But in my pregnancy update videos, I've talked and shared a lot about how being pregnant, I've had so many good experiences with lost loved ones just really making themselves known that they're here and they're watching over her. And so anyways, I've talked about those in a lot of my pregnancy updates. And then I also talked about how I was having some weird experiences at my work where my coworkers, I thought they were talking to me, but they weren't. But in their heads, they were like, well, I was thinking about you and what I was gonna say to you, but I heard it as if they were talking. I don't know. Anyways, check out some of my previous videos to catch up on that. And I also had some experiences at work where I felt something touch me that wasn't there. But as far as like scary paranormal experiences, I haven't had any in a really long time. And being pregnant has seriously just been the happiest time of my entire life. It's been the best experience. And I feel like I've just been vibrating at a really high level. And when you're vibrating at a high level, it's really hard for bad entities to kind of just connect with you, I guess. They're not attracted to that. They don't want to be around that. However, and I don't want to get too much into religion because I know everybody believes in something different. And I say this a lot I'm not trying to preach and tell everyone, oh, believe in God, but that's just kind of what I believe in God, and believing in God and guardian angels, I also believe in the devil and demons. And the older I get, the more I realize that when you are kind of at a good place in life, I know this can sound really silly if you don't believe in all this. So if you don't believe in all this, just take this for entertainment purposes, I guess. But when you're at a really good place and when you're really comfortable in your spirituality and your relationship with God, and like, which is where I've been lately. I've just been in a really good place where I'm like, no, I know you got me. I know you got my little girl. And anyways, that's the time when the devil likes to try to creep in and almost try to just tap you on the shoulder and be like, hey, I'm here too, you know, or just, I don't know. I feel like there's something attractive to demons and the devil about being in a good, happy place. And again, if you guys have been around my channel, you guys know Jesse and I have had some miscarriages. And an example of this, I didn't really talk about this too much in my pregnancy update video because I didn't want to get too long, but recently, about 3 weeks or so ago, we had found out that our baby's abdomen was measuring really abnormally small at 2.8%. And up until this point, everything had been going perfectly, which was like so amazing to us because we have had miscarriages in the past. And this is the first time everything's been going right. So it was really weird. Right before we had this appointment, stillbirth videos were popping up on my YouTube feed. And I don't look up stillbirth videos. Like, I try to surround myself with positivity. And with all of my miscarriages, I knew something was wrong before medically we found out, or before my body started showing signs that something was wrong. And with the first miscarriage, I just had an overwhelming bad feeling of like doom and just like something was wrong, which it was my first pregnancy. I wasn't thinking of a miscarriage. That didn't even cross my mind. So anyways, I had kind of known with that one. With the second one, I had had like weird little signs, and with the third one especially, I had had a dream. And by that point, I was like, okay, if I'm seeing signs, like I know I can pick up on things every once in a while before they happen. And anyways, it's not like I don't have control over it or anything like that. It's very just out of the blue. But anyways, so when I was seeing these stillbirth videos, before we found out something was abnormal going on, I was kind of like, oh, like, why am I seeing this? And then I've gotten to a point where, yes, maybe I do have some kind of openness to where, I don't know, I can kind of pick up on things before they happen. But I think there's also another side to it where, like I said, the devil and demons will set up tricks for you and will do anything they can to put you in a really low place because it's easier to consume you and to get what they want. They like seeing tragedy. They like seeing us heartbroken and everything. And when we're at a low point and vulnerable, it just attracts bad things to happen. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm very into like, you receive what you put out, if that makes any sense. Like, I know how crazy that sounds, but just like I said, just bear with me. So when I started seeing those videos pop up, I'm like, I kind of had recognized, I'm like, you know what? A part of me was like, oh gosh, is this foreshadowing something? Like, this better not be, you know, me getting signs again. But then I just, for some reason, I was like, no. My first reaction, and I've talked about this before, is to say, not today, Satan. Like, nice try. Like, you're not gonna get me down low. Like, I'm so high that you putting these little things in front of me and making me think that, oh gosh, here something bad's gonna happen. Like, it's not real, and it's your little tricks. And so basically I was just like, not today, Satan. And then so once we found out something was abnormal with her, I went back to that and I was like, oh my gosh, maybe that really was me picking up on something. And you know, I had two choices. I could have just really panicked and freaked out and just been like, no, like, oh my God, and just, I was a little shaken up, you know, that night. But at that point I told myself, I'm like, no, God has taken care of this little girl and gotten this little girl so far. Like, her angels, like all of our past loved ones have just really made sure this is happening, and they're gonna continue to take care of her and block her from negative things or things trying to, I don't know, just ruin what's been going on, ruin the good that's been happening, you know? And I just kind of was just like, you know what? Not today, Satan. And basically that's kind of what this dream is about, is spiritual warfare. And again, like if you don't believe in God or Satan, maybe you can relate to it as like the universe. Like when you're just in a bad place and you're just really feeling like everything keeps going wrong, and when it rains, it pours, and it's like, the universe just keeps bringing you bad things and you're sad, and then it's just, you get in almost like a domino effect where it just keeps happening. And that's when you have to just say, you know what? No, like, do bad things happen in life? Yes. But you have control to say, you are not allowed in my space. For me, I say, not today, Satan. You know what I mean? Like, nice try, but my faith in my angels and God is way stronger than you and your little demon minions. So anyways, I told that story to just kind of relate to what I'm talking about. Or other examples, every once in a while, randomly out of the blue, sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll just feel scared. Like, I just feel scared for no reason. I won't even have a bad dream. I'll just feel scared, or like something bad is around, and I don't doubt that there is something bad and around and trying to kind of pull me in and pull me down. And that's when, again, I'll pray, I'll just say, God, like, please be around me, please have my angels like suit up and make sure that they're like, nope, get out of here. Or if I'm alone sometimes in my house and I get scared randomly, like, I will out loud sometimes say, like, you are not welcome here. If you are evil or mean me harm or mean me anything but good, you are not welcome here. You need to get out right now. And you do, like, I don't feel like we realize how much power we have. So anyways, after all of that, let's get into my scary dream and just, it'll relate. So basically, in my dream, it was really weird. So my cousin, who I talk about a lot in my paranormal videos, because she sees things all the time. She can walk into a house and feel if there's spirits. She is very in tune with her sixth sense, if that makes any sense. But she used to live in a really haunted house, and the dream took place in that house. And I know a lot of times, you know how in dreams, your house or wherever you're at, like let's say if in the dream it's your house, but it doesn't look anything like your house in real life, you know what I mean? Or let's say you're at school, but it doesn't look anything like your school, or places don't look how they look in your real life in your dreams. Well, this house happened to be laid out exactly like my cousin's haunted house she used to live in, which I was over there a lot. I spent a lot of my time at her house because my parents worked and her mom would watch me all the time. So it was kind of like a second home to me too. So anyways, the dream took place in this house. In the beginning, it was just my mom and I. Like, my mom and I had moved into this house, and she was gonna go to the grocery store, and for some reason I was scared of this house and I did not want to be in it alone. So when she left, I went outside and just put a chair. They used to have a carport, and I put the chair under the carport, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for her to get home because I do not want to be alone in this house. Like, there's just something really bad in this house that I felt in the dream. So how the house was set up is there was a window that you could see the carport from the kitchen inside. So it was like right above the sink, and you know, if you looked in the window, right outside was the carport, which is where I was sitting. So I was sitting there, and the window slammed shut by itself. It was open and it aggressively slammed shut. And at this point in the dream, I just felt there's something evil in that house. It's not human spirits, it's more than that. It's evil, it's a demon, it's evil. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And then in the dream, this part's kind of funny. So there was a next door neighbor in the dream, and he looked like Samuel L. Jackson. And his name in the dream was Mr. Grover. Like, really weird. Like, this dream felt so real. So my neighbor, Mr. Grover, came over and was like, oh, hi, Julia. Like, how was your day? Like, what are you doing today? what are you doing sitting out here? So he came up there and sat with me and was talking with me. And in the dream, for some reason, I had a feeling that I did not want to talk about how scared I was. I didn't want to talk about that I thought there was something in the house. I didn't want to tell him about the window shutting. I didn't want to give whatever was in there any energy. And so we're sitting there, and after a couple minutes talking, the window opens and slams shut. And he saw the whole thing and I saw it, and like I kind of just looked at him and was like, you saw that? And he was like, oh man. He's like, that is not good, you know, this house. And he kind of just like, it was weird. He was very like just passive and about it. And then he kind of just left. And then my mom pulled up from the grocery store. And so I went inside with her, and again, I didn't want to like bring it up, but I just kind of told my mom, like, Mom, I don't like it here. Like, can we go somewhere else? And she was kind of just like, I'm sorry, but this is where we live right now and we don't have anywhere else to go. So we kind of have to stick it out. And at this point in the dream, things shifted. It was really weird. At this point now, Jesse was living there too. Jesse's my husband, and we had 3 little kids. We had 2 little girls and a little boy, and we all lived in this house with my mom. And spooky thing, I kept getting spooky feelings and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, our youngest daughter, she was playing outside, and she kept bringing in and digging up dead bugs in the backyard, particularly beetles, and even more specific, you know those African horn beetles? I'll try to put a picture of one somewhere, but she was bringing dead beetles in, and she was digging them up and finding them in the backyard, which I meant to look this up in real life, but in the dream I had looked up what they mean, and that those beetles in particular meant a bad omen. They were evil. They meant something is evil around. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And then she started bringing me dead Junebugs, which I don't know if I've talked about this before, but long story short, our babies we lost used to visit Jesse and I all the time, and they still do, but mine more so in the form of butterflies, and Jesse's more so in the form of Junebugs. So Jesse relates Junebugs to our babies we lost coming and visiting him in real life, not in the dream, in real life. And so in the dream, she was bringing me handfuls of dead Junebugs, and they had their eyes cut out. And I was like, why are you bringing me these? And she's like, oh, I'm finding them in the backyard. You know, in the dream, my daughter was little, so she didn't really know. She was naive and didn't know what she was doing and what was happening. So then she specifically puts 3 dead Junebugs with their eyes cut out in my hand. And just like thinking about this, I'm like, this is what makes this an evil dream to me. Like, this is just so evil. And so I had asked her, I'm like, why are you giving me these? And she said, oh, those are you and Daddy's dead babies. You and Daddy have 3 dead babies. And in real life, we have had 3 miscarriages. And I said, well, why are their eyes gone? And I don't remember specifically like the exact wording, but she said something like, oh, well, you know, when their eyes are gone, that means their souls are gone and they don't have souls and they're dead. Like, it was just really creepy what she said. I wish I could remember. Actually, I kind of don't wish I could remember exactly what she said, but she said something like that just, again, evil, like an evil dream, which she didn't know. Like, I want to like say that like in the dream, I didn't get that she was evil. I just got that she was just a little girl, naive, and didn't know what all of this means. Just like a typical little kid, like a little kid's not gonna know all these things. Like, almost like she was just telling me something she heard from somebody else, you know? And so I asked her, I was like, you didn't show your daddy these, did you? And she said, yeah, and he got really, really sad, and I don't know why. And again, she was just very innocent. Like, she was very innocent in the dream. And so at that point, I was like, we need to get out of this house. So Jesse was outside playing with the rest of the kids, and I went to go open the sliding door, and it slammed shut, and I couldn't get it open. And I was just like struggling trying to get it open, and I finally opened it, and I ran outside with them, and I was like, we all need to get out right now. We need to get out of this house. Like, I don't know where we're gonna go, but we need to get out now. This house is evil. And like I said, I hadn't been talking about what had been the creepy things that had been happening. And so Jesse kind of was like, why? Like, what is going on? And so reverting back to real life, like not in the dream, my cousin, this real house that was haunted I'm telling you about, she had experiences there that were demonic, and she had some experiences where she felt like she got possessed by something evil. And so now we're going back in the dream. So I told Jesse, I said, well, you remember I told you how Sasha told me she got possessed when we were younger? Well, it was in this house, and there's something evil in this house, and we need to get out now. And so then he was panicking. He's like, all right, like, let's get everyone in and get everyone together, because I think my mom was inside, and we were like, well, we need to get her, and then we all need to get out. And so we went to go in the door, and again, something slammed it shut right in front of us, and we had to struggle to get it open and get in. And when we walked in the house, all the cabinets and all the doors were just opening and slamming by themselves, which for me personally, that's one of the scariest, like anytime a scary movie or something has that, like, or I see a scary YouTube video of a cabinet or door like violently opening and shutting, like that is one of the scariest things to me for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what was going on in the house. And for some reason, Jesse was like, everybody in the bathroom, everybody in the bathroom. So we all like ran and like hid in a bathroom. So it was me, Jesse, our 3 kids, and my mom. We were all in the bathroom, and it was just so terrifying, you guys. I felt trapped. Like, how are we gonna get out of here? Like, how are we gonna get past these demons? Like, they're not gonna let us out. What are we gonna do? And it was so weird. So again, going back to real life, about a week ago, I had lunch with one of my friends, and we were just kind of talking about, you know, spiritual stuff, religion, spooky things happening. And I was telling her the story about, you know, the stillbirth videos popping up and all of that. And she had confirmed, like, no, that is the devil trying to, you know, take your happiness. And she had said the word spiritual warfare. And like, she was the one who said that. And the only other time I had heard that phrase was, have you guys seen the movie, The Exorcism of Emily Rose, where, oh God, I just got chills. I just got like goosebumps. But anyways, in that movie, if you haven't watched that movie, it's a really good movie. The priest talks about that, you know, the lawyer was involved in this case, and that there's a lot of dark entities surrounding this case, and that, you know, you enter spiritual warfare where you're having to fight more than just things in this earth. You know what I mean? So anyways, long story short, my friend I had met with telling me, like, that's where, you know, you are in spiritual warfare and you need to fight, and you need to really just like stay positive and fight, and basically like, not today, Satan. So anyways, going back to the dream, sorry I keep going to real life in the dream, but like, that's what was so scary about this dream, is it related to so many things in real life, and it just, everything lined up as if it was real. So anyways, in my dream, at this point, we're all in the bathroom and terrified. How are we gonna get out? I said out loud, I said spiritual warfare, and it like clicked in my head. So then I started yelling, you are not welcome here. You are evil, and you are not welcome in my presence or this house. My God and my angels are way more powerful than you, so I don't know what you're doing here, but you need to get out right now, because now you're in trouble, you know. And I just really started like feeling powerful in my dream and just yelling these things. And so then the door was able to open, because again, something was keeping us in the bathroom and we couldn't get out of the bathroom. And so the door opened and we got out, and we're running through the house and doors are shutting, and I'm like just screaming again, like, you're not welcome here, get out of my house. And then the doors would open and we could get out. And then that was kind of just like the end of the dream. And so anyways, I woke up and from the dream, and I was terrified. Like, even though like the dream ended on a powerful note, in real life, I was like, oh my gosh, like I just really felt again like a bad presence, that something is really just trying to bring me down. And so I prayed, I said, like, God, like, I make sure that you keep all of these negative entities away from me and Penelope. Keep Penelope safe, healthy, and strong. and make sure like all of our guardian angels, my guardian angels, Penelope's guardian angels, and like it's funny, so if you've seen Harry Potter, the scene where he's fighting Lord Voldemort and like all of his dead relatives pop up, like his mom, his dad, and like I think Sirius Black pops up, and like all his like dead loved ones pop up and are like, we're here, like we'll make sure nothing happens to you. And oh, I just got goosebumps again, but like in a good way. Like that's kind of what I was just picturing when I woke up. Like I'm picturing like Jesse's grandparents, like you need to like suit up and protect Penelope. I'm picturing, oh my gosh, I'm getting like a little like choked up. I don't know why. Hormones. But I was picturing my great-grandmother. I was picturing my uncle who passed away. I was picturing my dad's dad, my grandfather who passed away. Like I'm picturing all these loved ones. I'm like, I need all you guys to be here right now and like make sure that whatever evil is trying to get in and trying to bring me down, like we all need to say like out, like not today, you know? And like, I don't know. Oh my god, this is so weird. Like, I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. You guys probably like, this freaking nut job. But anyway, so that's what I was picturing. And then I fell back asleep. And then I woke up again to let my dogs out. And I still was scared. Like, I still just felt scared. And again, I just was like, like, not here, not now. Like, you are not welcome. And I just was really, like, putting that out there, like, get out. Like, if you are not here for me or for Penelope, you're not welcome. Like, get out of my house. Kind of just in my dream, you know? And then I went back to sleep, and then when I woke up for good, you know, and got up the rest of the day, like I felt so much better, like I wasn't scared. And it's funny because when I was trying to go back to sleep that last time, I'm thinking like, I feel like I need to make a video about this, but I'm gonna film it outside, like, because if you guys have been around my channel, you'll know I used to film my paranormal videos outside because I was so scared to just, again, kind of like in my dream, acknowledge and talk about these scary things in my home. I didn't want to invite things in. And I just, again, recently, like within the past couple years, I've gotten to a place where I'm like, no, like my faith, my angels, like God, he's way more powerful. So it doesn't scare me as much anymore. But when I was trying to go back to sleep that last time, I was like, again, I was feeling a little like shaken up and a little like, I need to film about this, but I'm gonna film it outside just in case. And then by the time I woke up for good, I'm like, no, I'm gonna film it in my house because I'm not scared. I am not scared of these demons or whatever, the devil or whatever bad energy or entity is trying to bring me down with this dream or in this mindset, you know what I mean? Like, I am not scared of you. I have way more faith and power in my angels than I have in you. You know what I mean? So anyways, I know this video is so long, but I just want to wrap this up with just telling you, like, if you are ever scared, if you are ever getting that feeling that someone's watching you or you're scared or you just feel helpless, like you do, like you get, sometimes your mind plays tricks on you and you get in a space where you feel like you're helpless and you're like, I don't know how to make these things go away. I don't know how to stop bad things from happening to me. Just remember this video and just try to apply that and just try to say, no, I have control to tell things that they either can or cannot enter my space where I'm at, my life. You know what I mean? So yeah, try that next time you're scared. Like if you feel like something is wrong or if you're scared or if you feel like something is bad, like out loud, say, get out. You're not welcome here. If you are not for me, if you do not have my best interest, you are not welcome here, you know, like just try it. So anyways, like I said, I'll let you guys go. I just really felt like I had to tell that story. I know it was a dream, but I feel like it really did relate in real life as well. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Hopefully this will help you guys if you're going through a hard time or are dealing with some scary things, you know, just give that a try. And yeah, like this video if you want me to keep sharing things like this. Like I know it's kind of heavy, I know it's a little weird, but like this video if you want me to just stay open about stuff like this. And if you got to the end of this video, comment a heart emoji down below, any color, any kind, just comment a heart emoji. That way I know you stay till the end with me. Alright guys, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, morning, whatever time it is that you're watching this, and I'll catch you in my next video.